Welcome. My name is William Byrnes. I'm the Associate Dean of the International Tax and Financial Services Graduate Program. I'm also its founder and creator of many of the courses and course materials. I've been asked to remind you by the admissions counselors and the student services that courses begin on January 26th for the winter of 2015. Gavin from the admissions office or Dwenzel from student services office will be reaching out to you in the first week of December for the open enrollment that will run all the way through the second week of January. So please remember to respond to them. They've also asked me to explain a little bit about some of the unique characteristics and features about this graduate program. I think that the most unique characteristic, the most unique feature about this graduate program that distinguishes it is its focus on writing and publication. Now, there are three basic concentrations of the program: international taxation, financial crimes prevention, and wealth management. For the students who are in the taxation concentration, some of you are already using your creative juices to write about new concepts in taxation. And we've been looking at, by example, the periodical Mertens Highlights, of which, by example, one of the students in August has an article co-written with us as the faculty called Tax Considerations of Foreign Individual Investors and U.S. Real Estate Investment. Another student just published recently in October on 1031 exchanges and looking at using 1031 for different types of intangibles that had not yet been considered in the literature. Some of the students in the international tax focus will instead be looking at one of the 6 different Lexis treatises, by example, Foreign Tax and Trade Briefs, which is a multi-treatise, and either working on one of the 110 different country chapters or on a variety of topic chapters that look across all countries. Now, some of the students, as I mentioned, are in the concentration on financial crimes prevention. And for that, they're working on the LexisNexis money laundering prevention treatise called Anti-Money Laundering, Asset Forfeiture and Recovery, and a Compliance Guide. Now, for the students who are in wealth management, by example, you may be looking at the company law by Walters Kluwer or the trust law treatise by Walters Kluwer. And we're right now developing a new treatise on wealth management specific for Walters Kluwer. Finally, I'd like to remind our students of the National Underwriters databases and National Underwriters books. For those of you in the tax concentration who are focused on financial planning, you may already be working with us on, by example, the tax facts titles. Those who are more focused on the assets under management, the AUM industry, you're probably working with us already on the National Underwriters Advanced Markets database, looking at some of the portfolio management topics, estate planning, retirement planning, healthcare benefits, employee benefits, savings accounts, topics like that. So on January, in mid-January, after you've registered for your courses, you'll be receiving an email from yours truly reminding you about these different variety of publications. I think we now are actively working on 12 treatises each year, as well as submitting for publication approximately 100, 150 articles. Some years it's been 200 articles. Many of those we co-author with the students and alumni from our program. In fact, it reminds me of one alumni who while he was a student, working for one of the major Tier 1 financial institutions here in the United States. 5 of his course papers were published as law review articles. As I already mentioned, this past term, we've had students who are publishing, co-authoring with us on articles for Mertens, but also on very popular industry-centric industry trade magazines that are published online, such as perhaps a Think Advisor, a Life Health Pro, and a variety of other trade magazines online. So I welcome your participation for winter 2015. For those of you who are coming on your end of your 1 or 2 year program, I'll be personally seeing you and supervising you with Alexis Long in the thesis course. For those of you who are new students, I'll be interacting with you to help you determine what your writing interests are, what your topic interests are, so that we can help guide and scope you along your curriculum choices through your 2 years. To help you start to think about your thesis and writing articles and so forth in the beginning part of the program. Again, I'll be doing that with Professor Alexis Long. So I thank you for joining me on this webinar today, and please remember to respond to your admissions and your student services counselors so they can help you coordinate your registration.